Just that Mr. Kalaba also has a problem. Huh? I have listened to him on a number of occasions. He speaks as a leader of the present and the future. But how he manages to get coaxed to begin to wine and dine with people with a tainted record of violence and corruption, such as Mr. Lungu and his cohorts, I don't understand. This statement is a good statement he's made, and I think it's not good because he's supporting the government. It's good because he is supporting former vice presidents to be looked after by their own government better. Just wait for him next time he's on radio. He might be saying something else. So I am calling upon Citizens First President, Mr. Kalaba, to be consistent if he wants to be taken serious as a leader of the opposition. But if he is, look at the caliber and the generation of leaders in that so-called UKA. Look at them. What do they have to offer, seriously, other than offering bitterness? Every day, they want to feed the nation on a diet of propaganda, misinformation, bitterness. Look at them. Do they have any common agenda for Zambia other than a common agenda to personally dislike a president and their insatiable and unquenched appetite to be in government? We survived 20 years plus in the opposition. Them just 2 years. They are calling for elections. 2 years. They are calling for change of government because they can't survive outside the corridors of power, which affords an opportunity for corrupt and dubious shady transactions to those who abuse power when they are in office. That is the situation. They can't afford. Be a farmer like HH, be a rancher. You can survive. Running an opposition is not child's play. It's not easy. But the ground is there open for all of us to participate, and the citizens will have a final say. Commissioner, legal, you have said legal complications. Legal implications. I think that if we are talking about legal implications, those are the ones I have said that yes, the government is studying, because we are not in a hurry to find fault in anyone. Ours is to maintain stability and peace and unity of this country while working on putting into place and implementing measures to be able to foster economic recovery of this country going forward, job creation. That is the narrative of our agenda. And you have said that the Minister of Police, Minister of Home Affairs apologized. There seemed to be a variation between the position of police and the position of government, the executive. Let me clarify here that we have not seen any difference whatsoever between the police and the executive. The police have their own mandate created under the law, the Police Act, which creates the police and clothes them with the extent of their mandate. And they operate autonomous to ensure that there is no political interference in their professional work. And so they are able to come up with a position that they think suits them and their operations. But as elected officials, the executive, the government, the minister, we are duty bound to be cognizant of the fact that we are a creature of a people's vote. And therefore, because we did not come through these positions via an application or recruitment, we came through the ballot. We must at all times respect the people who create a government, the citizens. And where need be, that as government, we see that our agents, in this case police, have acted outside either the law or reasonable extent of their operation, the buck stops at us to take responsibility of what the police or indeed any government agency may have done wrong. In this particular case, the church. It was totally uncalled for. And as a former police officer myself, you know, and as a lawyer, it was unreasonable to storm that bishop's office. Whether you are following Mr. Lungu or any other person, we must respect the privacy of individuals and the rights of citizens. So that is why you saw the minister go to those extents. It is perfectly within proper leadership etiquette to respect the people who create a government. We are not in government by chance. We were elected by the people. So we must respect the people at all times. And you have also made mention to LAZ. I've seen the statement that LAZ has made, and we welcome that statement. It is in line with what the minister had said, that will ensure that citizens enjoy their rights, their human rights, unimpeded. And now I'm looking forward to another statement, probably by the end of day or tomorrow, from the Law Association of Zambia regarding the statements made by President Lungu, because they are bordering on constitutionalism and constitutionality of our government and governance. Since they are saying that they are the defenders of the law, and I'm part of them, I hope they don't find the 14 men such summoning them to go and appear before them. I'm just calling on them that they must pronounce themselves on the statements made by Edgar Chagwalungu yesterday. Then we will appreciate when they take a stance on a matter where they are speaking to government. Regarding the issue of SI 19, maybe you can allow me to skip that so that I give you a response in due course, maybe when we meet on Wednesday, so that I don't want to speak because I'm able to speak. I want to speak with substance. I must be able to inquire from colleagues in government so that the nation is informed accordingly. Load shedding deficit. The deficit of electricity standing at about 750 megawatts is one which the government is presently attending to through importation of power through ZESCO, and also entering into agreements with the mining industry, who are the larger consumers of electricity, that government facilitates that the mines can import power directly themselves and pay for it, but use ZESCO as a means for transmission of the same. All those issues are right on the table right now for discussion, including promoting the energy mix to do with investments in alternative sources of energy. And therefore, load shedding schedules. I'm sure that the Energy Regulation Board, or the current load shedding schedules. That is the position of government. Thank you, colleagues. It would appear questions are done because we are running towards 13 hours news.
I think just a quick one. My name is Matthew from Hot FM. I just want to, on the issue of load shedding, there are rumors that government is importing power to South Africa because of the elections you are sharing. So would you just clarify? And also allegations, of course, coming from the opposition that you are also losing popularity. There's a bit of some discontent among the members of the public because of the high cost of living. So how do you see that on the government perspective? Thank you.
Thank you. Matthews from Hot Seat. Yeah, firstly, rumors that we are exporting power to South Africa because there are impending general elections in South Africa this towards the end of the year are completely untrue. There is no veracity of truth in those allegations. Suffice to indicate that you have said rumors. So those rumors are unverifiable and unsubstantiatable. Quite to the contrary, what is true is that ZESCO has been exporting some power to the Southern Africa Power Pool, which is an arrangement of the SADC countries that even in times of distress, given climate change challenges, those countries that are capable of producing whatever minimum they are producing should be able to share with the region so that the whole region or the rest of the region does not go into a complete blackout while a nation or two are producing power. That is a business and diplomatic reciprocal arrangement that in the event that we have zero power production as a country, another country in the region which is producing power should still be able to share whatever they can share with us so that the whole region can ration that power, and the economy of our individual countries and the region should not grind to a halt. Secondly, for ZESCO, exportation of power does two things. One, or three things. One, it is what I've just spoken about. Number two, it allows ZESCO to continue to be a going concern because the export value ZESCO gets, that power is what is providing a backbone of ZESCO's operation costs. That if we had to terminate that export and this power has to be locally generated, this power will be there, but the citizens will not be able to access it because it will not, the tariff, this local tariff will not match the production cost. So that is operating as a backbone to the operations of ZESCO. And therefore, thirdly, that exportation is used to subsidize the tariff pricing of the domestic tariff here at home. If we were consuming all that electricity domestically here, the tariff would have been much higher. And so we are rationalizing expenditure of available power as we begin to invest in more production and alternative production of power. In a similar line, we are importing power from Mozambique. Now the question that people have asked is, why are you exporting but also importing? What we are exporting is giving us a markup value than the price we are importing. It is as simple as that. But then, that simplicity does not go with the understanding and the challenges this electricity deficit is bringing, on the ground. So nothing to do with elections, nothing. It is just a normal arrangement which the previous administration left, which the previous administration of MMD also left, but one which is anchored on regional integration of business and diplomatic ties to ensure that at any given time, the available resource in one country may be shared to ensure that the whole sub-region continues to exist even at the barest minimum.
The issue of discontent, popularity.
Oh, the issue of popularity of the UPND. Firstly, for us, we don't think that we are qualified to talk about how popular we are, because we are the subject of the debate. It's up to the people. So the people can decide. But we are well cognizant of politics and governance, and have seen that from the electoral commitments made, those that thus far have already been achieved. A lot of people, including those that didn't vote for us or vote for HH in 2021, some of them have since changed heart. And you see that through the by-elections. We have had 60 by-elections. UPND has won 59. And more than 90% of these by-elections were previously won and held by Patriotic Front. So popularity, political popularity is usually tested by elections. In these elections of 60, if it was an exam, this is A+ for UPND. But I'm in no way trying to suggest that the fact that people are voting for UPND in these by-elections means that that is what will happen even in 2026. No. What will happen in 2026 will be dependent on how President HH and the UPND will have executed their full 5-year mandate. This far, I'm confident that if elections were called tomorrow, my brother, HH and UPND would win those elections. Tomorrow. The issue of the opposition talking about diminishing popularity, that is their job. They are perfectly within the realm of their job. And they are perfecting that art by bringing on board surrogates. And we are happy with that, because in a democracy, there is no need to sing one song. Sometimes when they question our popularity, it gives us an opportunity to look around what else should be done better. But this is not the time for us to justify popularity. We are seeing the way people are grading this government through by-elections as the only means available. As to talk is there, and it has to be entertained in a democracy. Thank you. So it would appear there are no more questions, dear colleagues from the media, and to the citizens right across the country who've been able to join us through ZNBC and other media platforms live. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for your kind, attention. We look forward to joining you soon.